One of my missions is, can I incentivize people to think bigger? 2014, I gave everybody some Bitcoin. People learn about things that they have. I'd love to go to the moon and start a city there. Science fiction novels will all materialize.
Hello guys, so we are now in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh at FII Summit, and here is Joanna Tutova and our guest, Peter Diamandis, who is a futurist, serial entrepreneur, probably the most well known for his XPRIZE Foundation, which funded different initiatives. Yeah, so you're like Elon Musk, you've been involved into so many industries, into AI, longevity, biotechnology, space travels, and so on. So how do you leverage all these businesses, and what are the most exciting technologies currently for you?
I'm a kid who follows my passion and really focused on where I think I can make the biggest difference and what the world needs most. I spent my earlier years in space and really trying to create the commercial spaceflight industry. Elon's doing an amazing job, as is Jeff Bezos and others. My passion right now, I spend half my time in the field of longevity and how do you extend the healthy human lifespan. The other half of my time is focused on artificial intelligence and really the massive opportunities there. I don't think people really realize how fast that world is changing, and honestly, how huge the opportunity is, but also how disruptive it's going to be. It's going to change every aspect of our lives.
And as well as for the question of life extension and human longevity, on your Twitter you put a question, what would you do, like what you explore if you had 40 more years of healthy lifespan? So the same question to you, what will you do with those years?
For me, I think I have two 12-year-old boys, so watching them and supporting them in their life is fun, but I think my biggest interest is in, I'd love to see where we go in space next. I'd love to see us on the moon, space colonies. So I'd love to go to the moon and start a city there. But beyond that, for me, I'm excited about just the breakthroughs that are occurring, the whole realm of brain-computer interface. The potential for us to connect ourselves and upload ourselves into the cloud. I mean, this is a future that all our greatest dreams, our science fiction novels, will all materialize. So there's very little that is unimaginable.
And your main baby is probably XPRIZE, so can you tell about the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so the XPRIZE began really from my personal frustration of wanting to get to space, and I realized that unless you were a NASA astronaut, this is back in the early 90s, that unless you were a government astronaut, your chance of becoming an astronaut were very low. And so I read that Lindbergh in 1927 crossed the Atlantic to win a prize and said, I'm going to create a prize for private spaceflight, and it worked. It took a decade to go from the original idea to being won, but it kicked off the commercial spaceflight industry, suborbital flights, and then created the regulatory regime and attracted people to the field. And since then, we've launched about $300 million of prizes to map the ocean floor, to pull water out of the atmosphere, CO2 out of the atmosphere, for cleaning up oil spills, for teaching kids in the middle of no place reading, writing, and arithmetic without adults, without schools. We just launched a XPRIZE to detect and put out wildfires autonomously. Like, here's 1,000 square acres, or 1,000 square kilometers. If you detect a fire, put it out within 10 minutes, right? So it's really about incentivizing entrepreneurs to try and take on bigger moonshots. One of my missions is, can I incentivize people to think bigger? Because what you can do is amazing. So, I don't want people to build another photo sharing app. Go and cure one of our a disease, go and transform food, water, energy, healthcare, education, because you can.
So what are other pressing issues do you see which you would like to address and make another competition for
Well,
XPRIZE?
I mean, I'm looking at XPRIZes in areas like, one of my favorites is happiness. Can we build the technology to detect when you're happy? And then can we run experiments to maximize happiness? I'm looking at XPRIZes for earthquake prediction, XPRIZes for detecting asteroids and deflecting them. There's a multitude of grand challenges. One of the AI XPRIZes I'm excited about that we're developing is can you build a system that can allow you to reliably communicate 2 ways with animals? So can you talk to a dolphin or a dog in a reliable fashion, right? And I think, so what are exciting areas? I mean, we look at prizes in food, in water, in healthcare, in education, in space exploration, ocean exploration. What is an area that isn't moving fast enough where a prize would incentivize people? One of the big areas I'm focused on is extending the healthy human lifespan. Yeah.
And as well, you expressed before that you are quite a believer in Bitcoin and that it can empower people and change their lives. So can you elaborate more your views on Bitcoin and when did you first discover it and when did you first start investing?
Well, Bitcoin I first learned about probably in 2010, and I wish I had started investing back then. I started investing probably in 2014 was, I run a program for entrepreneurs and CEOs called Abundance 360. I mentor 500 CEOs through the year, and in 2014 I gave everybody some Bitcoin, and I had a Bitcoin ATM machine and gave everybody a wallet with, it wasn't a full Bitcoin back then, it was probably like a half a Bitcoin. And I had people.
Why did you decide to make such incentivization?
Well, I just wanted them to learn about it. People learn about things that they have. And so, people started calling me years later saying, I lost the piece of paper, can you give me? I said, no, I can't give it to you again. It's gone. Anyway, long story short, my portfolio has, probably 80% Bitcoin and 20% Ethereum in that ratio. And I think it's a mechanism by which, it's stabilizing factor. It is, I believe in it's a form of energy that's, immutable and transmittable. And so for all the reasons that fiat money is so unstable and so challenging, Bitcoin solves all of those. Anyway, we'll see. It's an exciting time right now for that world. I talk about the 6 Ds of Exponential, that you can, when you digitize something, and it's in the beginning it's deceptive and it becomes disruptive, and it dematerializes, demonetizes, and democratizes. And so Bitcoin very much fits that model. It's digitized money.
Shall we know?
Well, we're definitely going from deceptive to disruptive, right? And we're starting to see, adoption by institutions, and it's not a matter of if; it's only a matter of when. So, I've been constantly, every year, not at the level of my fraternity brother Michael Saylor at MicroStrategies, but consistently investing in it.
And do you invest into any other altcoins besides Ethereum?
I did for a while, I don't now. Yeah. I'm investing more in my companies. I have a few different venture funds. Bold Capital Partners is about $550 million of capital investing in exponential technologies and biotech, and then we have a Bold Longevity Growth Fund, and then an AI venture studio we're standing up. So I have plenty of startup exposure.
And do you think there is an intersection between AI and blockchain?
Of course, you know, AI. I mean, one of the things that we're going to use blockchain for is validation of content. I mean, the challenge is AI is so incredibly good at falsifying or reinventing reality, and so how do we know whether something is absolutely real and unmodified? And I think blockchain will play an incredibly important role there. What we haven't talked about and what's coming is going to be quantum technologies, which is going to make AI look like it's standing still. So there's a lot of exciting things coming.
Do you invest into quantum technologies? Or
Not yet.
do you have your own companies in that area?
No, I don't. I mean, listen, some of the companies I'm invested in through my venture fund, like in silico medicine, which is in AI-generated molecules for drug development. They have a quantum tech division because we're all quantum systems as humans, and so quantum chemistry, quantum computation is going to help us understand how molecules interact with each other and on cell surfaces. So yeah, but well, that's not true. I'm an investor in a SPAC that took a company called D-Wave public last year. So I guess I'm an investor through that SPAC in D-Wave. Yeah.
And there is as well in blockchain space DeScience, decentralized science, and funding of different researchers in the decentralized way. What's your view on that?
I think it's great. I mean, honestly, I think the more, through XPRIZE, it's about crowdsourcing new ideas, and there's like Vita DAO. I'm familiar with them. I think the ability to get capital to crazy ideas is important. I say the day before something is really a breakthrough, it's a crazy idea. And so how do you fund crazy ideas? Where do you find them and back them? Anyway. Yeah.
Do you plan to do anything on your own on that side?
Not right now. Not right now.
And talking about AI, do you think that AI can ever be conscious?
I do. I think we're going to see artificial intelligence develop what we believe is consciousness. I think I would put, I think true human and superhuman intelligence is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I think we're giving birth to a new species on this planet. We're its parents.
So what's your prediction when we will see AGI?
I believe what my business partner Ray Kurzweil has said, which is by 2029. I have my friends think it's here now, and others, I think it's anywhere from now through 2029 is a good bet. So the question becomes, I think if we went back 10 years with ChatGPT and GPT-4, people would say, oh my God, it's passed the Turing test and it's real. It's just that it's happened in such a slow fashion that we have adopted it and accepted it, and it's just what we call AI now. Anything that we have for a long time, like a dishwasher, is a robot, but we call it a dishwasher, right? So ChatGPT is pretty damn close. I think it's within the next 5 years, and I wouldn't be surprised if people are claiming that we have it now.
And what AI tools do you use personally on everyday basis, and what AI solutions do you wish to exist?
Wow. I mean, listen, I'm using the same tools everybody listening here is, whether they're from Google or OpenAI or Stability. I think the tech that's coming that I'm working on is really AI to help us take massive health data sets and make predictions about what's going on in your body. And to take all of this data and to help personalize your medicines and supplements, what you eat, what you do. Yeah.
So for you, the most exciting use case of AI application is for the healthcare, for the biotech?
It's health and it's education. I think for me, those are the two most exciting ones. The ones that I mean, healthcare and education are the two industries that I think deserve to be disrupted and reinvented. And I think AI is going to be doing that.
In what way education do you think that in future everybody will just like talk with AI teacher and there won't be human teachers or something like that?
I think AI is going to enable us each to have personalized education at a level that is impossible today. That our AI educators will know our favorite sports, colors, language skills, know our what we know and what we don't know, be with us to educate us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I think we're going to see an integration of AI and VR to create virtualized learning experiences that are magical, and learning becomes experiential, and you learn what you need when you need it. And then of course the next step is going to be connecting my brain to the AI, where I'm able to just think and Google and be able to really increase my cognitive capacity. I mean, these are insane ideas that are all going to happen, and the speed at which they're developing are massively accelerating.
And doesn't it sound scary for you that we may be totally controlled by AI when machines know all our preferences and our life somehow will depend on AI?
I don't think so. I mean, the question is, are we going to lose our free will? Are we going to increase our abilities? I think, I think we're heading towards, augmented intelligence as the terminology versus artificial intelligence. So, for me, it's an exciting time to be alive, and I'm, playing and having fun and trying to really uplift humanity. I think we've gone so far in the last 100 years, and we have the ability to really make a more peaceful world by making sure that every man, woman, and child has access to all the food, energy, water, healthcare, education that they need. I think if your life is one where you're loving life so much that you have too much to lose, if you're in war, I think it'll be a more peaceful world.
And how do you see as well the future of AI? Will it make people more lazy, or will it improve the productivity? Because many people will rely on AI. Like for example, AI will change a lot of jobs, a lot of creative jobs as well. So many people just will rely on it and don't want to do anything. And there will be a separate class of people who will be interested in new technologies and working on innovations.
So, the answer is, I don't know. And I am an optimist, so I think that there will be those people who become more lazy and those who dream bigger. But it's no different than mechanical or automation. I mean, did cars and electricity make us more lazy? Or did it just enable us to do more wide and varied things? I think people would say we're busier today than we've ever been. But yet, you could imagine if you went back 100 years ago and you said you're going to have automotive cars, so you're not walking anymore, you're going to have tractors that plow the fields, and you're going to have electricity that vacuums and cleans your dishes. Oh my God, you're going to be lazy, you're going to be sitting around and vacationing all day long. But that doesn't happen. We create more and varied things for us to do, and we up-level the things that we can do. So I think that is, in fact, the more likely scenario. The human spirit doesn't like being lazy. It likes going after bigger and higher function challenges.
Yeah. Thank you for such exciting conversation.
You're welcome. Thank you.